Greetings and hello there, everybody. It's me, your beloved Star Wars Dad, Nooch Too Good. And as we have really stated often and many times and over on the channel over the last 6 to 9 months, Master Qui-Gon and Padawan Obi-Wan are required farming for you in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes from the very beginning of the game. They get you into the Duel of Fates Assault Battle, which gets you tons of credits, ton of materials. We're going to take a look at that here briefly to show the value of these two characters to your roster in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. But is now the time to be farming these guys? I looked at a few rosters yesterday where Master Qui-Gon and Padawan, why do I always say Padawan? Padawan Obi-Wan were not, Padawan and, I got nothing for Qui-Gon. They were not farmed yet. Like, they were sitting there at 3 or 4 stars, maybe one, maybe a roster didn't have them at all. They had not been farmed. Is now the time, if you haven't farmed these guys, to really invest in that farm, or if you're just part of the way, should you finish it off now, or should you wait a few months for some things to fall in place? Let's talk about the ramifications and impacts and what's going on right now that makes me say that, or makes me get into that question for us here. So these are the rewards here for the wow, Duel of the Fates Assault Battle. I had to go all the way to the top. Duel of the Fates Assault Battle. We've been talking about this for a while. You get 2 million credits from the first tier and 2 million credits from the second tier, plus a bunch of shards for them. If you've got them at 4 or 5 shards, you can probably do these tiers. I haven't measured it out to see exactly what you need to get these done. Tier 3 is when you get them at 7 stars, even gear 8. You can get a bunch of mod materials. Tier 4 is Relic 5. You're getting by the way, one of these 3 and one of these 4. So, but over time, it's going to pay off. Tier 5 is Relic 7, one of these 3, one of these 3. And Tier 6 is going to be Relic 9, and you get one of these 2. A lot of amazing rewards from the Duel of the Fates Assault Battle from 2 characters that are really not all that difficult to farm. These guys are located in Cantina, but what? Sorry, I just by the way, I just had to rebuild everything. I just rebuilt everything. If you guys are on stream later today, I'm gonna talk about it. You know, everything on stream yesterday was just completely jacked up, and I think after years of just layering upon layering stuff in, I just had to rebuild everything from scratch. So I rebuilt everything from scratch, click on the wrong buttons. Anyway, if we look at these two, they're both on Cantina nodes in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, both of them for 10 Cantina energy per refresh for each of these characters here. So that's where they're looking. 10. So you can farm them, and we look at Cantina energy right now. They're on single node. They're single node farmable. You get it. You get 1 shard of Padawan, Obi-Wan, and Master Qui-Gon. If you look at it, when you look at the 3 refreshes a day, that's 120 per. That's 360 energy. You get 120 during the day for your Cantina, and so that's 480 Cantina energy you get every day. And then you get the 45 if you get your refresh every day. We're gonna say you get 500 Cantina energy every day. Now, you unlock or you get shards of these characters at a 1/3 pace. It's been documented over time. I'm gonna go to a little post here by your pal and mine, Egnards here on Reddit, and this is true. The drop rate on Cantina nodes is 33%. That's a drop rate over a long period of time. You know, just one day, it could be lower, it could be higher. We only remember in our life when it's lower, of course, because that's how we remember things, but that's just the deal. So if you look at that over time, you're gonna be looking at, if you get 500 a day, at 10 battles a day, you're looking at, or at 10 energy on there, looking at 50 battles per day. Divide that by 3, 20 left over, that's 17 shards a day. So let's say you're getting 17 shards a day, 330 shards divided by 17. I should have done this math before I started the video, but I did not. 330 divided by 17. You guys cannot see this calculator. That is roughly, it's 19.4 days. I'm gonna say it's 20 days from scratch to unlock each one of these characters, both Padawan, Obi-Wan, and Master Qui-Gon. 20 days per. Well, that's 40 days. If you got them at 0 right now, that's 40 days. If you got them at 3 stars, it's probably like 17 days. Each one of them maybe 18 days. So you're looking at somewhere between 35 to 40 days to unlock them if you haven't started working on them yet. But here's what I want to point out. they're going to be double drop farmable very, very soon in the game. And if we look at the marquee events, Master Qui-Gon was released on May 23rd last year, and Padawan Obi-Wan was released on May 9th last year. Generally speaking, around the 1 year mark, it's never an exact, and it kind of goes with releases and stuff. And they gave us like 3 of the what was it they came out? The Gungans, they gave us like 3 of them at once that were double drops. So somewhere around the 1 year mark, so somewhere in May, both these guys are going to become double shard farmable. So when we look at that, you're looking at instead of 20 days per, did I say it was 20? Yeah, instead of 20 days per character, you're looking at 10 days. At 10 days to unlock them at that point per. And that's from scratch. It might be 9 or 8 days if you already got a few stars on them. So when we look at taking 40 days from now, it's March 17th. 40 days is going to be like, I don't know, April 25th, April 27th, near the end of April, and then they're going to be double shard farmable, maybe sometime the next week or 2 after that. It might be time for you. You should unlock Master Qui-Gon and Padawan Obi-Wan. These are required and important farms on your roster, these 2 characters, for the Duel of the Fates Assault Battle. But if you don't have them unlocked now, I kind of think you might want to wait. So you need to do the assessment. You need to look at your roster, decide, where do I have these guys right now? Is it worth it for me to spend the next 40 days or 35 days getting them unlocked to 7 stars, or I have other stuff on my roster I can work on? Or do I go in and get it? Do I wait until May comes around? They're double shard farmable. Again, we don't have exact dates, but sometime in May. So I think it's time to start thinking about whether you should go get the Poncho Bros, Padawan Obi-Wan, and Master Qui-Gon right now on your roster, whether you should just wait a couple of months or a month and a half, somewhere in that range, and just double shard farm them and get them both done in about 15 to 20 days, and they'll both be done at 7 stars then you're off and running to the races. So just something to consider for you as you're going along your farming. Maybe you can invest your farming in something else during that time period if you decide to wait a little bit, because right now it's a little bit of diminishing returns. Yeah, you get good returns for them when they do the Duel of Fates, but you know, you get the idea. You spend a couple months now, or you spend a couple weeks later, month and a half now, a couple weeks later. Something for you to decide. Be aware of on your roster. I just wanted to give you the heads up. That's it. It's a short one today. I will talk to you very soon. Have a good day, and always remember, it's too good.